To the Buzz, I'm Hazel May. We're back with a countdown, and coming in at number 5 is one of the deans of hockey journalism. He was enshrined in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2002 for years of outstanding writing. We're very happy to have on the Buzz Mr. Kevin DuPont. Thanks for hanging out with us.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Kevin, this whole show's been dedicated to Chief. Favorite memory?
I think favorite memory is 1972 when they beat the Rangers 3-0 in Game 6 and he waltzes the cup around. But favorite memory from being there day to day, watching every practice end with Chief with a big bucket of pucks and just stand in front of that crease and roof one puck after the other.
Let's talk about hockey, and you know hockey very well. However, just before the new year, you wrote a really interesting article on the Berklee College of Music hockey program. And I know there's people out there thinking, did not know they had a hockey program,
right.
and you didn't until recently. How'd you find out about it?
I found out it was early Sunday morning after one of my notes columns had run. One of the dads of the players contacted me, left me a nice email, and suggested that I look into it. And from there it was, of course, sometimes you think it's a good idea, and your editor doesn't always, as you know, Hazel. So in this case, I liked what I saw, and then the boss did too, and it came together quite quickly. How
instrumental was a young man named John Kingsley in writing this story?
Well, certainly a help to me, but John Kingsley is a young fellow whose brainchild it was originally, and he posted it on the internet at school. This is a kid from Atlanta who had a chance to play in high school a little bit, but here they didn't have a program, and he posted it and put on electronic chat boards, and from that, a tree grew in Brooklyn.
Final question, what's impressed you most about this hockey team?
You know what, after you're around the pros so much, what impresses me most whenever I'm around an amateur program is that they do it for fun. And that these kids pay out of their pocket for it. They love what they do, it comes across, and it's really a joy to watch.
Well, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. And thanks to your column, we caught up with the guys and gals at Berklee and found out why a school without an athletic department fields a spirited hockey team.
I was fooling around on the internet a couple Christmas breaks ago, and I came across a men's league, and I just wondered what it'd be like. I played unorganized hockey in Atlanta for a little bit, but I wanted to get into it up here. I hung up posters in the dorms and online through the student activities group, and it just kind of snowballed to what it is now. So yeah, I guess it was my idea, but without everybody else out here, there's a lot of people working real hard on this.
We booked the ice ourselves. We all pay for it ourselves, and we ordered the jerseys and stuff. But it's been great. I mean, I didn't expect to play hockey when I came to music school, and then this whole thing started. It makes me really happy.
At first, I think everybody thought it was a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing that somebody was doing until they heard that they beat a few teams pretty soundly and that they're playing very seriously. So we've got all kinds of students who want to go to the games now. We've got a pep band that's formed to go play at the games. It's got to be the craziest pep band in Boston.
I was very excited because I went to Berklee years ago and there was no sports. And when I realized that there's a hockey team, I was like, wow, you're lucky.
The chemistry that's built over the past couple of weeks since we had the new players come in, including myself, it has definitely helped the team out, and it's definitely pulled everyone together to kind of work as a unit. And having Pi come up and step up and volunteer just really kind of put a spark in us.
You guys change. You don't have to be on the same side. You can change sides if you want. It doesn't matter. As long as you get to play, glad to do it. These kids are really, really something. They work like crazy. We've only had 2 or 3 practices, but they're getting better. And there's 24 kids. Each was taught different coming up through the ranks of Pee Wee and Midget. So we're trying to do everything in one way.
He's doing so much for the team, to play at the Garden, to get dressed in the away locker room. It was shocking.
He brings this spark to the team that we never had before. I feel very privileged to be able to be coached by such an amazing guy.
I hope these kids have enough fun and learn a little bit from me.
There's a dichotomy, except the team does play very musically in a lot of ways,
It's teamwork either way. When you're working on the ice with the other players, you got to look around, pass, make plays. You got to be aware of every member of your team on the ice, every member of the line. And the same goes for music. You can't, your team is only as good as its weakest member.
It'll probably end up as a scratch vocal, but she's going to be doing it with the band while we're tracking basic.
I never imagined that life would take me here. Well, I get to work in the studios, which is something very rare, and so many people wish they could do that. And they're first-class studios, and we get a lot of time in there to work on our projects, and I couldn't ask for anything else, really.
Sudi is like fast. So you can have a look in her eyes and you get, okay, she gets it. And so she just focuses. She may be very quiet, but there's this determination so that when she's speaking up, it's well thought out. So at first when I found out that she was not only a hockey player, but the goalie, for about a split second, it was like, Sudie? And I was like, yeah, I could see that. You're not going to get the goal past her.
We're always pumped to play a game, but especially against Emerson. You know, we're 3-0 against them so far this season. All the games have been real close, so we expect the same tonight, too.
We're both like these arty schools, you know, like Emerson has more liberal arts, but you know, so like, yeah, so we have that rivalry going on there. But it's not like, you know, we go to their school and like steal their mascot or anything.
Go, guys. There you go, Emily. There you go. Out front, out front. Yeah! There you go, Flynn. Yeah! 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 What I'm talking about! You came up big, bro. You came up big. It's like a family, you know. It's we're here at Berklee doing this team not because we like the same music, because we play the same instrument, or because we have the same teachers. You know, we're here because we have something totally in common. It's a love for this game that's not music, and that's created a really cool, unique atmosphere.
When you're not really funded that much, it's really about pulling together and making sure that the right thing is done for everybody. And that's probably the biggest thing that I've taken from this.
People going to class every day, taking about 7 or 8 classes a semester. It's a workload, so it's nice to have this escape, be able to meet up with some of your friends and play a fun game like hockey.
This really is the variety that we needed in our lives, because as much as music is like our career path, you need something else in there. So this is definitely worth everything.
Hey, hell of a game, buddy.
Kudos to all of you at Berklee. We're really proud of what you've accomplished. There's more buzz after the break. We see how Edmonton's Fernando Pisani made his dad a proud papa, and we've got the best of the bees.
Well, Chiefy Cat, 50 years. I can imagine you've come a long way from that $6,000 first contract you ever signed. But hockey has been great to you, and it's been great to all of us. And thank you for putting up with me for 6 or 7 years when I played with the Bruins, and you being my left wing, of course. We had some great times, and I think that I've a friend that I will never forget. Thanks, Chief.